let's talk about some habits that can add years to your life. Most people wait for a diagnosis, but the real power is in what you do before you get a diagnosis. Preventative healthcare is very important, and a lot of that is about habit stacking and habit building. The habits that you build today determine how you live and how long you live later. So make sure that you continue to watch this video and share it with someone who may need to hear it. We're going to talk about what actually moves the needle when it comes to living longer and livelier. Longevity is key, and we're not going to talk about trends, we're not talking about hacks, but habits that are backed by real evidence. The number one thing I want to talk to you about first is strength training. You've heard me talk about this before. This is one of the most underrated longevity tools that we have, and it does not cost a lot of money. You can buy your own weights for your home. Strength training helps you build and maintain muscle mass, which naturally declines with age. I'm going to tell you why this matters. Because muscle is directly tied to metabolic health. We're talking about your insulin sensitivity and overall resilience. You have got to maintain your muscle. Strength training is also going to reduce your risk of falls and fractures as you get older. And whether you know it or not, falls and fractures are one of the leading causes of loss of independence as you enter your later years of life. So you have got to be mindful of your muscles. There are multiple large studies that show that people who engage in regular resistance training have lower all-cause mortality. So I'm not just talking about looking good or looking like you have muscles or looking strong or looking great for vacation. I'm talking about staying alive and being functional while you are alive. Second thing I'm going to talk to you about, sleep. Adults usually need about 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. And when you consistently get less than that, it's linked to higher risk of heart disease, obesity, and even cognitive decline. Sleep is very, very important. And this is a time that your body uses to repair itself. Sleep helps regulate hormones, helps support your immune system, and helps clear metabolic waste from your brain. So if you realize that, hey, I've been cutting corners on my sleep, I've just been, sleeping enough to get by, that means you're cutting into your long-term health. You've got to pay attention to me when I say this. The third thing is going to be nutrition. Now, I know that there are a lot of different food deserts in the United States, but we have to do what we can to make sure that we are nourishing our body appropriately. I'm not talking about extremes. I'm not talking about restriction. I'm just talking about increasing consistency with whole, nutrient-dense foods. You have to prioritize adequate protein to preserve muscle mass, and then fiber. Focus on fiber for gut health, blood sugar control, and cholesterol. So many people talk about protein intake and they forget the fiber. You need the fiber too. You have to have diets that are rich in whole foods, not ultra-processed foods, whole foods. And this has been consistently associated with lower inflammation and reduced risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. This conversation is about stacking good habits that are going to add years to your life. You have to fuel your body and not fight against it. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is the importance of social connection. You have to be connected as a human in order to live to your best potential. This one surprises a lot of people, but connection is powerful. Strong relationships are consistently linked to a longer lifespan. So then when you look at the flip side, loneliness and social isolation actually increases mortality risk, almost at comparable levels to smoking. So you have to understand it. You have to stay connected. Do what you can. Reach out to people. Maintain your friendships. We are wired for connection. And you've heard it from me today. Your health depends on it more than you think. I am Dr. Erica R. Jones, MD. Like this video if you haven't already, and then comment what habits are you stacking to make sure that you're adding years to your life and not taking them away. Prevention is not extra, it's essential. It's what we have to do. These are not nice to have habits. These are the foundation of how you age, and how you feel, and how long you live. Understand that I'm not just talking to you. I'm not just making these videos for fun. It takes a lot of work to make these videos. So make sure you save it so you can come back to it, because your future health is built on what you do today. And share this with somebody who needs to hear it.